My name is Gus, and I make documentary and fiction movies. It's a documentary that I shot last year, and it's about two refugees from Venezuela. And I followed them for a little bit over a week as they are working in the streets of Lima in Peru. And it's mostly about them. It shows a little bit of the conflict as well, what it does to them. It's mostly about the what together to me they kind of epitomize what a lot of those guys of that age are going through when they leave Venezuela. One of the characters is called Tirso, and he's selling cookies over there. And he's this really tough guy. You know, he's always in football shirts, and he has his ponytail with the cap on. He's this super tough guy. And just the moment that I asked him, you know, like a little bit more sensitive questions, he immediately was able to show a lot of his vulnerability, and he did a really great job with that. I was really surprised by that because I think a lot of his friends would be surprised seeing this documentary. He was immediately opening up and immediately eager to show the more vulnerable side as well. It's all in Spanish, and I learned Spanish for 4 months before I made this documentary. So it was very tough for me, but that made it a lot easier as well, because they kind of knew that I was not a master at the language just yet. So they really filled the blanks in for me. So they started talking, and they started giving me the stuff that they thought that I might want to hear. So that made it very easy for me. You know, they did most of the work. I was just there as a spectator. There's this thing that I read from Werner Herzog. Is that not so? And he said, you know, and the way he phrased it is that as in literature, at the basis of film is always life experience. And I really do believe that, you know, you have to get your inspiration from the world. And because that's what you do as an artist as well, you know, as a filmmaker or a musician, whatever. You translate things you see, you observe into your storytelling device. In this case, it is documentary because that was the most suiting how I saw it. But I think that's where the inspiration should always come from. In 3 weeks, I'm going to go to lock myself up in a small atoll in the Pacific Ocean in Solomon Island for 3 months to make a documentary over there. And I hope that to be the first part of a series of documentaries I want to make. This is basically about I try to humanize climate change. So I'm going to this small little island there, and in the next generation, it's probably going to be completely vanished, and that's going to be end a 2,000-year civilization on that island. And I want to be there. I want to show like what the community is like over there. They're completely self-sustaining. There are no ships going there with food. They don't have phones, no electricity, nothing there, and it's really they live in paradise right now. And that's going to be the last generation that can do that. And I kind of want to show what life is like over there, like the paradise they created for themselves, and then follow a migration, you know, and to the big city, which is really horrible and just came out of a civil war, so that's going to be like they're going to be one of the first climate change refugees. And I want to make a 45-minute documentary about this, and then hopefully extend it to more stories that could be like maybe like a series or something like that.